The land that we are on has been inhabited continuously for over 15,000 years. It is the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis. It is also the land of the Petun and Huron-Wendat peoples, and recognized officially as the land of the Mississaugas of the Credit River, as they were here at the point of contact. It is also the land of the dish with one spoon wampum belt between the Haudenosaunee and the Anishinaabe and other nations to share the resources of the caretaking of this land. The dish with one spoon is a treaty between the Anishinaabe, Mississaugas, and Haudenosaunee that bound them to share the territory and protect the land. Toronto, what we know today as Toronto, is covered by Treaty 13, signed with the Mississaugas of the Credit, and the Williams Treaties, signed with multiple Mississaugas and Chippewa bands. The subsequent Indigenous nations and peoples, Europeans, and all newcomers have been invited into this treaty in the spirit of peace, friendship, and respect. Toronto is home to many Indigenous peoples from across Turtle Island. It is also the home of the red-tailed hawk, the eastern gray squirrel, the red fox, raccoons, white-tailed deer, bats, many insects, and other species. Recognizing whose land we are on is a start, but we cannot stop there. We must remember that we are guests on this land, and we need to be better guests. There can be no reconciliation without conciliation, and there can be no conciliation without reparations. What that looks like is a conversation we need to have, and in consultation with the peoples of this land. We, as students, staff, and faculty of the University of Toronto, also as members of the Scarborough community, citizens of the City of Toronto and Greater Toronto Area, recognize that the institutions, the studios, and land in which we have produced this broadcast has been on Indigenous land. In gratitude for our community and ability to work together on this land, we stand in solidarity with the Indigenous peoples of Turtle Island. In honor of truth and reconciliation, we strive to respect the roots of this land and are grateful for our connection to this land.
Welcome to the SCAA Podcast. This is the space where we highlight the people shaping athletics at UTSC. From coaches, trainers, students, and support staff, we dive into their journeys, passions, and what drives them on and off the field or court. Today's episode, we're turning the spotlight on the season itself. No guests, no interviews, just a standing of where we are across all sports this year at UTSC. From the highlights to the challenges and community moments, we're celebrating everything that made this season one to remember. I'm Yasmin, the women's rep.
I'm George, the car rep.
And I'm Moustapha, the men's rep.
And we're going to be the host for this week's episode.
So it's been a strong start to the year here at athletics at the University of Toronto Scarborough. Across every field and court, students have been showing up with dedication, drive, and school spirit. The Scarborough College Athletics Association, or as we call ourselves, SCAA, shortly, is in coordination with Athletics and Rec, has helped build a stronger, more connected athletic community, not just through tri-campus sports, but through intramurals as well, inter-house and campus wellness programs. Whether you're cheering on from the sidelines, competing on a team, or just dropping by to TPASC for a quick game or workout, you've been part of something bigger, of a culture of movement, growth, and community.
Let's take a look at some of the season's highlights. So far, basketball's been bringing the energy and intensity this year. With both the men's and women's teams battling hard every game, we've seen some fast-paced plays, clutch shots, and a growing fan base here at UTSC. Our Racoons have started the season strong with 3 wins and 1 loss, and our UTSC Maroons and Division I girls both have 2 wins and 2 losses, also a great start to the season. Soccer has continued to be a powerhouse here at our school, showing strong teamwork and team spirit during their games. Players demonstrate resilience through every match, and it's clear the love for the game is only growing here. All of our men's and women's tri-campus teams have made playoffs, and our Division I and Division II teams are still going strong through the regular season, with playoffs to come mid-November. Getting into volleyball, teamwork and communication played a major role in these games, with both the men's and women's squads showing incredible chemistry. Every rally was a fight to the finish, and their improvement through the season was something to celebrate. Div 2 volleyball girls, special shout out to them as they're still undefeated. They're 4-0 throughout their first games of the season. Going on to hockey, their season's just getting underway, but special shout out to the Tri-Campus girls hockey team who came away with a really tough 4-3 win at St. George just last week. They came back from being, I believe, 3-0 down in the last minutes of the game. Something special there. And of course, Inner House deserves a shout out as well because of its incredible mix of competitiveness and fun. These leagues are very important, so whether you're into volleyball or basketball or soccer, there's always something for you to come try out at TPASC.
What stood out this year wasn't just the results, it was the atmosphere. The cheering crowds, the friendships built during practice, and the sense of belonging that athletics brings to campus life.
And as we wrap up the season and we look also ahead to what's next, hopefully playoffs, man. But new athletes are joining, training programs are ramping up, and some teams are preparing for playoffs. The future of UTSC athletics is full of potential, talent, and passion. Whether you're an athlete, fan, or just a curious person getting involved, there's never been a better time to be part of the UTSC sports community.
Soccer Day. I think Soccer Day is the biggest one by far. Also, we need to bring attention to days like that because they have a basketball day, they have a volleyball day.
Yeah, so then we can
even though the turnout for Soccer Day was low-key mid,
we
need to get push people to get involved with basketball day, volleyball day, stuff like that, right?
They were both playing Saga, right?
Yeah. Girls team tied. What was it, 1-1?
Something like that.
You remember?
No, but they did tie.
Girls team tied, UTM.
We could.
And men's team, we won what, 4-3 or 3-2?
I believe so. It was 3-2.
It was Dave.
Yeah, it was 3-2. It was 3-2.
And Nico saved the penalty.
Yeah.
But the guy, he missed. He had the post. He had the post.
The score was 3-2, yeah.
So it was, who scored? Dave scored the header, Ran bicycle kick, and then Ross
But it was
happened.
the opposite order.
Yeah.
So it was Ross, and then Ryan, and then David.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it bad if you say, on Scarborough Day, we versed our rivals, UTM? Is that bad?
UTM are
Not really.
UTM are not our rivals, bro. UTM are not our rivals.
They are.
UTM Loki are our rivals.
They
bro.
are. All the teams, all the tri-campus teams, in all sports, soccer, at least soccer, for both the men's and the women, they both hate them. Even when I was on the tri-campus team last year, everyone hated the soccer team. And this girl that graduated our soccer team and they're in masters now, but she's going to UTM. They're like, you better not play for UTM or else we'll never forgive you. Even
brother, how
all
can
the
you
people
hate
working
somebody you
the
beat all the time?
coaches,
Facts.
we don't beat them all the time. It's always
Okay, this year, at least this season, brother, we
no, we didn't.
This
The
year,
tri-campus
UTM's been getting
soccer
old.
lost to UTM one time.
Are they last?
What?
For men tri-campus soccer, I think they're last.
In men's tri-campus, yeah, I think they are. Men's tri-campus soccer,
the tri-campus soccer team last time for UTM, that was their only loss for the men's. And then for
last year?
this season, the
They're
last time
last.
but that was their only
Okay,
loss.
they beat us one game, so...
No, but that's what I'm saying.
I'm not
That's
hearing
what
this,
I'm
bro.
saying.
Rivals,
The girl, you're interrupting me. The tri-campus team, UTSC, for men's, they win every game except for UTM because they're always clashing each other. Like my friends, David, Josh, Atticus, they're always oh, you can't come watch this game because everyone's always fighting each other. They don't want this negative image of them. But once they're playing UTM, everyone's fighting all the time. They're so aggressive. Even when I went to their last game, the first UTM game that they had, they were always fouling each other because they genuinely hate each other. And then when I was on the tri-campus women's team, everyone there hated them as well. When I was playing against UTM myself, they were mad aggressive towards me. They don't like each other.
See, this is what happens when you live in Saga, man. Just all this hate pent up from having nothing around you, man.
Listen, UTM is tough competition. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that they're not a good team.
They beat us in the finals, but realistically, we should have had that. 100%, we should have had that.
Yeah,
this year,
I think they won by one goal because one guy got a yellow.
The first goal was by Ross, then Ryan,
then Ryan, then
David. And David scored the winning goal because they were tied 2-2. But then for the women's team, they tied 1-1. And who scored that goal? Let me check.
Was it Sam or Yume? No, it was, what's her name? I forgot. She's a first year,
something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the first
Jenna.
year.
It was Jenna that scored it.
Yo,
Wasn't
but
it a nice goal or something?
What?
I swear it was a nice goal too.
I think so, yeah. Going back to this UTM thing. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say they're a good team, but this year,
They're not.
Scarborough
no.
is just a better team.
100%
It's not
we're a
even
better
that they're
team,
good
bro.
skill wise. It's just that they like competent with physicality. That's what
Period. I don't look. I think you're rating them more than I would.
Well, I'm talking about the actual players. That's not my personal opinion. I have no issue against UTM. I've never had an issue.
Okay, but first
in
of all, are we
soccer.
talking UTM men's or women's though?
They both hate them.
Okay, but I'm talking
with,
the skill level. Skill level. Do you think
no,
UTM men's?
I'm
women-
saying those are our rivals for a reason. Like everyone.
Look. Oh, okay. For me, last season I'll give it to you. They got it in the finals. They beat us, but realistically, we were a man down and they got a goal. Our keeper almost made that save. This season,
But he didn't though.
This season, we're killing them, bro. The mentality is different.
They lost the first
Bro.
game against UTM. They only won this game because David came in clutch. They would have tied.
Okay, I was at that game. Was it UTM was the 3-2 or the 1-0? The 1-0 was against Blues, no?
The 1-0 was against Blues. The game
yeah.
against UTM
was
on
3-2.
soccer day. On soccer day, I'm telling you guys right now, that score could have been way different. UTM was lucky to get away with such a scoreline.
Yeah, but we could have killed them like 5.
We could have killed them. That scoreline flatters them a lot.
100%, bro. And I think like one of their goals was like a header. But I'm telling you, it's always the shortest guy on the team that gets a free header at the back post, man.
Always.
It drives me nuts, man. Like, yeah, I don't even want to get it. But realistically, you're right, man. We could have had them 5-2 at least. One of their like I said, one of their goals was a header at the back post. Like we could have challenged that guy much more. Like he was probably one of the shortest guys on their team. And I think that was the second goal. The first goal was like it came down the line. I think through a like it was like a cross. I remember it was a crossfield ball by their captain. He's a cross player, man. I'll give that to him. So it was a crossfield ball. They came down the line, and I think like 2-3 of our guys whiffed on the tackle, and they just went through, and then they got like an easy tap in. But it was disappointing. Honestly, those 2 goals were disappointing to concede.
Honestly, it happens. Like, I'm not here to hate on UTM. They always give us a fight every year, but
100%,
this year,
yeah.
I think it's too promising for us.
But for me, I'm a very present-focused type of guy. At least I try to be. So I'll give UTM their plaudits, man. Last year they got the one up on us in the winter, and they've been like a strong team. And you honestly have a fair point in saying that, like they're rivals. It is East-West, but this year I'm looking at the additions, and I like the coaching staff, PJ and Neil Habib.
I do think this year we'll beat them for the men's.
Oh yeah, we have to.
Because
we have to.
Those are the only games though. Like the men's wins every single game, but against UTM, those are the only games where it's like they're either tying or it's not as much of a strong win. But that's just because of their like past history before that they bring it into every single game when they're playing against them.
Yeah.
But for the women's team, I think the games where we play UTM, those are our best games because we're always like, I guess those past history drives them to work in a different way than when they're playing other teams as well, because those are the games where they always come on top with their wins, or their last game was a tie, but their first game was a win though.
You were at the tie, right?
Was that last week? No, I wasn't.
No, I think it was the week before.
That was the only game that I didn't go. No, the tie 1-1 UTM was the only game that I didn't go. But when they won against UTM last time, I was there.
You were at Blues though, right? Blues, how was that?
When they played downtown?
No, they played here. Not soccer day, the week before, where we met our lovely producer there, Dale.
I do know they lost, but I don't have a lot of recollection about that game.
Okay. Yeah.
That you were there that day.
I was only there for the men's game.
Oh.
The men's game, because I was working beforehand. Yeah. But George, you were saying earlier about the men's hockey. How was that?
Men's hockey?
Yes.
I don't know about men's hockey.
Try campus hockey, brother.
That's girls hockey, brother.
The comeback.
Yeah, that was a girls hockey.
That was a girls hockey.
That was a
team.
girls hockey. team, brother.
Damn. Tell me more, bro.
Tell you more? What can I say? When you find yourself, hockey is a game where leads can change very quickly.
Oh,
but
yeah,
like,
for sure.
when you find yourself down momentum is not an easy thing to build, especially in hockey. I used to play back in the day, but to find a way to come back from 3-0 or 3-1 down,
And
especially in the dying moments of the game, it's, you know how even in football, you get one, and then all of a sudden the goals start coming.
Yeah,
But getting that first goal is always tough. So to run it to the end and then be able to pull off like a spectacular win like that, oh my days. It's not something special.
And like I heard a crazy thing about the women's hockey team, because last year I was lucky enough to go to the final, and they had this one player, number 10. I believe she was like a master's student who came back. Yeah. She was smoking everybody. Like she was walking through them. Like I'm a soccer guy, so we were comparing her to Messi and everything. But this year they're telling me they put her at goalkeeper, man. She's in between the sticks, bro. And she's like,
you know what? If she's as good as a goalkeeper as she sounds as a skater,
I tell you, those score lines, I feel it's always the keeper that keeps them in it, man. Because 4-3, the momentum's always with the other team, so they're putting pressure on, and that keeper makes 1, 2, 3 saves, shifts everything, and I feel like that really starts a comeback.
Good goalie is everything in hockey.
Everything.
Long day for people trying to score.
Yeah. Watch hockey a lot or no? Gotta get out there. Canadian.
I don't like hockey.
Guys, what we know about volleyball?
Volleyball?
Oh, I know the women's Div 2 volleyball is undefeated, and they play every Tuesday, and they have not lost a single game. So that's really good for them.
Yes. I mean, like, I feel like there's more on the line this year, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, last year, or at least 2 years ago, it was just, like, trophies and everything.
Yeah.
But, like, DK at Pan Am, this guy's been cooking, man. The rings?
Yeah.
Incredible. Like, I feel like a lot of people who went to banquet saw the rings and, like,
100%.
pushed the motivation to win, like, I feel like tenfold at least, man. Because, like, brother, that's on my mantle, bro. That's not going anywhere. You walk in the house, it's like facing you, brother. It's so
I need one of those for
bro.
myself. It's time.
It's so... you got to be me for that, bro.
You know what? We'll see.
We'll see, man. Yeah.
To go back to soccer, though, for the women's tri-campus soccer team, there is a first year that joined that team. Matsuura, you guys know her?
No,
she's one of the forward positions.
Okay.
She comes in clutch in regards to goals. It's always either her, Sam, or like it's either Matsuura or Sam, and then last game was Jenna. But as a first year, she scores the best goals out of everyone on the team. Like, it's so good. I was sitting on the bench with their team during their first game or their second game. The first game, I think. And then everyone was so shocked that she could pull goals like that as a first year. Like, she was definitely played really well.
But I will say, UTSC, like, we get really lucky with first year sometimes.
We do.
This year especially, we've had like tri-campus. They've had like what, Jaden, Ross, Dean, Quinton. That's like huge.
We have a good talent pool. We're lucky here at the school.
That's a 200 million transfer window right there. But like for women, that's what you're saying. Yeah, that's huge. Like the first years have been a big pickup, and I feel like a main reason why I'm talking about UTSC versus UTM a bit differently, because I feel like in those 100%. Aspects, they fill in a lot of gaps where I feel like we just outclass them. Like,
for sure.
Yeah. But, Matsuura, how do you feel like she links up with Sam and them up top?
I feel like they work very well because they're both also... I'm not sure where Matsuura played before, but you could tell she played at a very high level. And then Sam also, she played OPDL before entering university, which is the second highest level you can play for soccer in Canada.
Second? I thought it was first, no?
No, League One is first.
For youth, it is the highest level.
Youth, I think. No, League One starts in like grade 11.
Grade 11?
So
it depends.
I think it's under 20.
It's U19. There's a U19 and a U21 div.
Yes.
But based off of what you can play during the ages of 16, 17, 18, she was at the second highest level before she came to UTSC. So they both played at a very good level, or a very high level, and they're able to work with each other really well, even though they just met each other. So that's where, like, those goals come from. 100%. And Sam is now playing a midfielder. She's not playing up top anymore, so she's able to, like, get the balls to Matsuura and whoever's on striker.
I mean, like, Sam, you know her. She has legs for days. So even if she's in midfield, like, the goals don't surprise her because she'll find her way up top.
She's good with the ball, yeah.
And
Yume as well.
And you know what she told me? Like, she told me that growing up, her dads were coaches for, like, a local club called Scarborough Rangers. And she grew up playing with, like, guys.
Yeah.
And like it shows, man. Because I remember the first game interhouse we played together, she was giving guys headaches up top. Like it looked like a guy was pressing another guy. Those guys didn't know what to do with the ball. They were fumbling. It was bad. But like it's always nice to see like women having that like competitive aspect, like driving at guys. It's always like more fun for interhouse because a lot of our interhouse sports are co-ed. So like having a girl you can trust with the ball, but not only like trust to give somebody a headache. Like just like a lot of the times when I play with girls who are maybe not as experienced, one thing I always tell them is, just give him a headache, make his pass hard, make his first touch difficult, and like honestly that just comes down to effort. It doesn't really come down to skill. Maybe obviously be smart about things, but like it just comes down to effort. And with interhouse sports in the community we have, it comes out and it's always like a fun experience. And I'm actually happy that a lot of our interhouse sports are co-ed because it makes you like relate to people at different skill levels and like obviously a different like genders that way.
Yeah, I know with soccer, with basketball, even with volleyball, we've been pushing a lot. We've been pushing the boundaries a lot. The growth in terms of both male and female, the game here at Scarborough, especially at T-Pass, whether it's futsal, with soccer or basketball or volleyball, I see so many new guys and girls getting into sport, and that's what we're here for, right? That's what it's all about. And that's something that over the last couple of years, I think we got to be really proud of as an accomplishment.
Absolutely, man.
We're trying to be welcoming to everyone, and it's so great to see so many people kind of getting into sport, whether and exploring their interests in different ways. And I'm sure they're meeting people too, making friends, and staying healthy too, right? And even if it's not the most competitive, some intramurals games get heated, even some inter-house games get heated. But at the end of the day, inter-house is one of those community building things where we're there for fun.
Absolutely.
And to see that it's been serving its purpose really well and that our game's been growing here at UTSC, it's heartwarming, man.
Absolutely, man. And like Yasmin, you're a second year. How was the community like when you came into intramural sports? Like was it welcoming? Like what surprised you about maybe because I know you played club soccer growing up. So what was different? What surprised you about the difference between club soccer and what we try to do here at UTSC?
I started playing competitively since I was 15. So yeah, but I played house league since I was 8.
Yeah.
But there is definitely a different sense of community here compared to there. Like when I was playing on the same team for 3 years. So we were all kind of more of like a family.
Okay.
And then when I came into the school, I was so nervous, so scared. I thought nobody was going to like me and all this stuff. I was really worried. But then when I tried out for the tri-campus team, there was a bunch of people that were really welcoming to me, and then they encouraged me to go to inter-house.
Yeah.
So then I did inter-house some tournaments during the summer, and and now I'm on 2 teams for inter-house this semester. But the inter-house that I played during the summer, the tournaments, it was with a team full of just black people. But they were really welcoming, really warming to me. They encouraged me to do this inter-house during the semester, and now I'm on 2 of the teams. And both the men and the women, they're like just cheering for me all the time, and we cheer for each other. Even when you mess up, it's like, don't even sweat it. It's still good vibes all the time. And I really like that. It makes you want to keep showing up instead of trying to hide away from it.
Absolutely. And I think, like, with Interhouse, it's also a great place to grow. Like, you obviously know Lucas. He's one of the players on our team. I think he started Interhouse. He was not even Interhouse. He came from drop-ins.
I see.
Lucas started, like, in drop-ins heavy. Like, he started goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And I think he came out of net one day and scored, like, 5 goals, bro. I think there was someone special in the stands that was cheering him on, but he went crazy. And then after that, he kept going. And then last year, he came up, like, through his development and everything. He's obviously been working in the offseason. You can tell, 100%. Man. And, like, he came in. He's now what? He was tri-campus goalkeeper last year, and now he's one of the goalkeepers for your team, no?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and, like, it's like Interhouse, it's showing, like, it helps people grow a lot. Like, even when I play outside of sports, especially for soccer, it's one of those sports where you think, oh, if you don't have it, you don't have it. You can't tell. But I've seen, like, 40-year-old men have, like, solid development over the course of a year. So you have to think, you're 21, 22, made of rubber and, like, fairy dust.
Full of life. Oh.
Yeah, full of life.
Yeah.
So, like, it's so easy to grow in these things. And, like you've described, it's such a welcoming environment that anybody can join, be better, get better, and then, like, come into a more competitive environment. Push yourself, man, because you always need that.
We hold open like for our intramurals programs, every sport, basketball, volleyball, soccer, even badminton, like all these sports, we hold open tryouts at the beginning of every semester.
Yeah.
And the one thing I know about soccer, probably applies to basketball, volleyball, all these sports too, is there's no sort of favoritism or preset teams, and it refreshes on a year-to-year basis. So if you were playing on the team last year and you don't show up to the tryouts this year, you don't make the team. Simple as that.
I know you're definitely talking about Ben right now. Ben was very vocal about that. He was like, hey, no spot is guaranteed, man. And especially
100%.
at UTSC, like I've seen guys go from D League to D2. And like from fall they were D League and then they went to D2. So like no spotting is guaranteed, which is a good thing for everybody because it means like you put the work in, like I said, show up to Interhouse, get your name out there, and like you could be playing on a top team.
Everyone gets the chance to show up and show off what they can do, right? Open tryouts are usually the first week and second week of every semester.
Yes.
Our seasons are split between the fall and winter semesters. I think hockey is
I think basketball is 3 semesters.
Basketball is 3. They have basketball in the summer too.
No.
Hockey's a full year thing. I know that. So their tryouts were a little while ago.
Or it's either basketball's 3 seasons, not like the summer, like, or it's 1 all throughout. I just know it's different.
Okay.
But regardless, the UTSC teams are really like welcoming at tryouts, and even if you missed the tryouts that just happened, you could still show up to email the coaches and show up to practices. Like I know me, the women's rep, and Elijah, the captain for the Tri-Campus team, we had seen a player who was really good at Interhouse, and we went up to him and tried to encourage him to try out for the Tri-Campus team for the men's soccer. Even though this was just last week and the week before. So it was just during the practices he showed up. But yeah.
Mikael. Yeah. Great player, man.
And even if you guys want to come and try out and you miss the tryout dates, Interhouse is open for everyone and there's no like set start time or end time. Like you can get into Interhouse so easily, whether it's basketball, soccer, volleyball, cricket. They even have cricket Interhouse, which I was surprised to see. But
tryouts, definitely what I'd tell you to look for more information on that. Athletics and Recreation, they have a website, and they usually do post their tryout dates, I believe, sometime around mid to late August. I probably want to say late August. You can find information on there. For you young people out there, I'm a bit old, but for you young people out there on Instagram, they have a page where they post a lot of information. That media team is really good. Like, they post a lot of information on tryouts there. Especially what they'll do a lot of the times is promote other sports club. Like we have for the soccer Interhouse, and for the volleyball Interhouse and other sports Interhouse, they'll usually post it on their page. So that Athletics and Recreation, UTSC Athletics and Recreation page is a great landing page for all the other sports. If you go through their following, you'll probably find the sport that you're looking for in terms of, what you're trying to get into. Yeah.
100%. And Interhouse, I know they do tournaments throughout reading week. We do events on campus, 2 different sport-based ones. We do like dodgeball, basketball tourneys, soccer tourneys, flag football, stuff like that. So there's always opportunities to get involved with athletics. There's lots of people working at TPAS. There's drop-in hours at TPAS too for different sports. Sometimes you'll have some intramurals athletes or coaches show up and show out there too. So
we have a coaches team this year, bro. The coaches are on the team.
Yeah, on Interhouse.
I'm so excited to play them.
We were going to play them today. None of them showed up. Last Tuesday.
It's because they're not fully Scarborough anymore. They graduate and everything. They get downtown, a little bit of money. They feel like they're too good for us. It's crazy.
That's okay. We'll show them, bro.
We'll show us some. We'll definitely show some.
Going back to like getting into sports at UTSC, what else is there that people might want to know, or that people might need to know? Like open trials. I know there's going to be dates for the winter semester. I know we're deep into the fall semester now, but for the winter semester, they should post, like Staffy said, on the Instagram or the website, probably tryout dates in November. Tryout dates will be in January, coming back from school, but the dates will get posted sometime in November or December. It will be around the first week of school, but like I was saying, open tryouts, spots are never guaranteed. It really helps give ample opportunity for new students to come in, especially if you're someone that's played a sport at a youth level or even at an adult level growing up throughout your life and you think, hey, I still want to compete, I still got that fire in me, come out to the tryouts. You never know. Coaches are always looking for new talent, and I will say the coaches at UTSC, based on our results this season, they do have a good eye for talent.
Yes.
They do have a very good eye for talent.
And they're passionate, man. They care because, like, all of them are former players, and, like, some have gone, like, 4 years. Like, every time I think about this, like some of our coaches have been playing, they played 4 years, then they get one chip. They went to the finals several times, didn't win.
Yeah.
So they have that will to push and see the next gen win. So they put a lot of effort into it. And because they're former players, they've been in your shoes and they have the experience. And I can tell you, we say we're gonna give the coaches team a tough time in Intramural, at least for soccer.
Yeah.
But those guys are some ballers, man.
They are.
So they know what they're doing, and like in terms of the fire and the competitiveness, like university, like you're always competing with somebody in the classroom. But that's a different type of competition.
Yeah.
But once you get into like sports, that competition it's different. It's more raw, I feel like, and it's a great release or like change of pace from that competitiveness that you see in the classroom, you know? It balances things out for me at least.
There's nothing quite like sports, and I think the thing I like most about the U of T intramural system in general is a lot of the other universities, their intramural system is kind of like our inner house system, where it's community building. You show up for fun, you meet new people, play the sport at like a recreational level. And the thing I like most at the U of T level is this intramural stuff gets serious, man. This is like, if you're someone that's looking to still compete and you need a place to do it, intramurals is the right place 100%. For you, I gotta say. Because whether it's tri-campus level or Div 1 level or even Div 2 level, there are some seriously skilled athletes in these programs, and the games do get quite serious sometimes. Yeah. Obviously, we're here to play for fun, but we got a little bit of a rivalry going, like we were talking about earlier with UTM and even at St. George.
Rivalry.
Before we close off, badminton has been smoking every team like 21-0 every game. They've been undefeated, and they've been like, I don't even know if they've dropped a rally yet. And it's been like 5 or 6 games, and I don't even think they've lost a single point. Like,
I'm telling you right now, I feel like the only reason we don't have badminton footage is because they'd go to jail. I feel like they're murdering guys.
Have you guys seen those? Have you seen those memes of like badminton training?
Oh yeah.
I know our badminton team be going through those.
Brother.
I know our badminton team goes through some serious prep because what a team, man. They're undefeated through I don't know how many games they've played, but I see all the stories, I see the posts. I have a friend that's telling me about the games is 17 points to 0, like crazy score lines.
And the thing is, like, I'll look at their picture and it's like none of these guys are like 6'5", brolic dudes. It's just like just the nicest looking, like a person you can have a conversation, a coffee with, murdering people 17, brother. What is going on down there?
Those have to be like super skilled athletes. I won't even lie.
It's one of those things where I want to see the footage, but I don't want to see the footage. Like it's shout out badminton, man. Shout out UTSC badminton team, man. And they started what, like last year, I think. They started last year and they're doing things this.
They might be so far the best performing team on campus. I won't even lie.
Oh yes, by far, 100%. By far.
That's it for the SCAA podcast this week. Looking forward to all of the great games coming up.
Yes.
Lots of achievements still to be discussed. We're going to keep going over the highlights of the week, teams of the week, games of the week, results, all that great stuff for you guys.
I'm Yasmin, the women's rep.
I'm Moustapha, the men's rep.
And I'm George, our car rep for this year.
And that's Dale behind there. Shout out Dale, man. Yeah.
All right, and this is us signing out.